It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the world is my home and there's so many mil. Cause bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell, as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangsta hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hard for the squad. I'm playing my part. But I'm LeBron. Rings to the team. I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to the well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football.
Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Today, it's an NFC West battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Jackson on first down. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Now, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
23 yards the pickup there.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. So this drive spans 7 plays, and the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Counter play, Drake. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jackson completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down. On 1st down, Dobbins. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Jackson. It's a screen to Richard. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 39. The first carry for Josh Adams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Now Jackson on first down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On second down now, Dobbins. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throwing is Jackson. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. Now Jackson. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. So they've had 2 drives, and he's had the 2 receiving touchdowns.
And how about a game plan where you decide to force feed or feature someone, and it works? First 2 drives, as you noted, end up in touchdown passes. I think they're going to keep going to him until the defense makes any kind of an adjustment.
And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. D Ford in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Murray now. Open man is heard. It's complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 60 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they left little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride when they go into...
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Solomon Thomas able to record his 5th sack of the season. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards there, a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running, it's Drake. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Drake. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Murray now to throw. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
But when it all comes together and you get the field goal block that's been designed, that's been drawn up, everyone has to feel good about it on that side of the ball. How about that one there? To the left side, knew what they had. That's where they wanted to be, and they got their designated guy turned free.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. He got 29 yards that time. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. To throw is Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people out.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Point after, right down the middle. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
There's Dante Pettis as his guys head back out onto the field. With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I say just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not? 4 verts, one of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's taken to the 26. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything.
That's caught inside the 20. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Jackson. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle in the final seconds of the first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Drake. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now on 2nd and 13. Murray. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us.
And he's going to go down again. Nick Bosa. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's Adams. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 2nd down, Dobbins. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Come on now, let's go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Throwing now is Murray. He's going to sling this. He's got a man. Complete. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. Dante Pettis, 82 yards. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big... And now it's blocked. And the Niners have it. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. And this crowd can't believe what they're seeing. Things go wrong even after a touchdown in this one. So after the blocked PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And this is going to be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board. And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys, let's go. Come on, capitalize on this one. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They stay on the ground with Drake. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. It's complete to Drake. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down. One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there. Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A gain there of 21 yards. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen. Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 18 yards, 1st down Niners. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football. And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it? It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win. They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere. Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Murray. And he finds Howard complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second and 12.
On second and 12, Murray. That's caught by Howard. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be a third and about 13. Throwing on third and long. Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a fourth quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Cardinals on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Murray going to throw. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
To throw is Murray. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Murray again, 2nd and 10. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 12 yards to pick up, good enough for an Arizona first. Throwing on first down is Murray. And he hits Drake. It's a gain of 5, and it's a second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Again, they'll throw with Murray. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march up another 15 against your squad.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now a draw play with Drake. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Play fake. Murray. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Nick Bosa in there to get him again. That is sack number 6. One off the NFL record of 7.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Here's Murray. That's complete right around the 8. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Nick Bosa in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with the late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. That is caught. It's Perriman. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember.
And that's caught inside the 35. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think